And welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3. You know what time it is. We've got an FES boss to get through, followed by a reload boss. Pretty straightforward introductions we've been having to quite a few videos going forward, I must say. Anyways, just made some minor changes here. I have equipped Raphael, of course, to get our auto buffs on, and then I swapped out Aegis's Indra Bracers, is what I've been using for her accessory, for a Vitality Ring to give us a lot more HP to work with. Now that we have Atropos with Wind Boost and Wind Damp, I can rely on her mostly for my magical damage, and that's going to be relevant for a little bit going into this next battle. Let's get it underway real quick. Heading on to the 17th floor of Judecca, we've got another lineup of bosses to take on. How unusual, how unusual.
It seems like the shadow is our only enemy again. Incoming!
And here, when I think I'm stating the obvious, Fuka comes in to make me feel a little bit more secure about myself. Anyways, this battle starts off with a conceited Maya. This guy absorbs physical skills and is vulnerable to all types of magic. 2,000 HP to burn through, so we better get started on that. Fortunately, with our buffs in effect to start here, we're looking pretty good. I'm going to set everyone to full assault. Yeah, we do have to worry about... Actually, you know what? I'm going to set Metis. I am going to actually have her stand by on this first turn, because I can't guarantee she won't just immediately undo a good chunk of the damage that I'm going to do to this guy. Now, I actually have to remember to undo the standby mode there, and of course, just coming in a second late. Honestly, I probably should have checked the turn order there, because it wasn't guaranteed that Metis was going second. I just kind of assumed that she was. Well, Akihiko gets sent to the ground there, but that's not that big a deal for him. Look at that. That is just 212 damage. He's fine. He's fine. He can take it. He is a big guy. He's a big guy. Let me see here. We will now have Metis go, all in on this guy, so let's have her go for full assault. Akihiko took some pretty nasty damage there. Let's just have Ken heal him up. It'd be more efficient for winning this fight if we have Aegis focus on laying out the damage here with Garudines. And a Bufudine coming out from Metis here. I believe I still have the Varna bracers on her. Oh, Ken doesn't have a Diarahan yet. Not that it really matters, it's just something I wasn't considering. Now, once the fight progresses enough, this guy will summon in a Jotun for us to deal with. That is the Jotun of Blood off to the side. 1500 HP, and he nullifies normal elements. Bit unfortunate that this guy actually got shocked here. There isn't really much we can do to capitalize off of that when he is able to drain all physical skills. Anyways, another Garudine coming through here should deal some wonderful damage to this guy, so let's just hit him with that. And honestly, Metis' Bufudine here might just finish this guy off for us. Now we get to see how this fight progresses once the Jotun of Blood is left. Will we get into a bit of a loop where he summons up the Maya on us? I am curious to see that. Oh, poor Akihiko. He's just getting taken down here. Ooh. Speaking of taken down, fortunately, we can just have, we can have Ken revive him. Alright, what we'll do here is, yeah, we will have Ken go on heal and support, and fortunately, with our selection of personae here, we do actually have access to Medea Rahan now, so I can just fully heal everyone to not have to worry too much about taking a ton of damage here. Metis is, of course, going to be carrying the brunt of our offense going into the rest of this battle, as she will have wonderful physical power, even without buffs to back up her considerable might. Of course, if I can get some buffs going, that would be so much the better. Actually, I'm just going to take the all-out attack here, because this will deal some pretty significant damage to this guy. Even with Akihiko not available to press the offense there. Honestly, yeah, that was some pretty excellent damage. Rekarm coming through. If we're unlucky, this guy is just going to Bufudine Akihiko again. Okay, yes he is. Or Akihiko. Ah, boy. Maybe that wasn't even worth it. Well, we'll just go for another Medea Rahan here. See if we can't get this to stick through. Fortunately for us, Metis will once again come through with a gigantic fist to slowly chip this guy down. I'm guessing this guy is just going for, we'll see once Akihiko gets back on his feet here, if he's just going to go for the Bufudyne every single time, because that is the only weakness, and that does seem to be the play here, so it might not even be worth it. Ooh, he does have Mudone. Well, there goes Ken, also. The Megidola would have actually been preferred, honestly. You know what? Honestly, at this point, it might just be better to go all in on the offense here. So let me see. I want to stick to something that's not actually vulnerable to anything, much like how Raphael is. And Daisojo does have Null Dark, so we are just going to switch over to him. And we're going to rely on our physical attacks to finish this battle off. That does unfortunately mean that the rest of our guys are just going to be lying in the dirt for the remainder of this battle. But hey, these things happen. These things happen. Garudyne coming at Metis. She is not particularly threatened by that. Go for the Pierce attack here. And we'll just, have Metis strike attack this guy. Not the best that fight could have gone, but hey, good enough, good enough. We get a bloody horse and a whole bunch of experience for our effort. No level ups for any of my personae in stock, though, which is a little sad, a little sad. I suppose we could leave Akihiko and Ken for dead, because there's not actually any penalty for doing that in the answer. Obviously, in the main game, the penalty for doing that was that the character would be left in the tired status, but we don't have to worry about that in the answer, so I'll just use the revival beads for the sake of it. And yeah, get a precious egg and a Soma there. Not too bad. Could have gone a little bit more cleanly, but yeah, it's something you just gotta run the risk of when you have a weakness that you are not able to cover. Anyway, I'll move on from here. Let's get into the boss fight in Reload. And now for the rest of the video. Only change to my lineup that I'm making for this upcoming boss fight is that I'm gonna bring Junpei along, as I'd like to have a good physical attacker along, and I'd like to keep Koromaru in so that I can use Power Howling, which fortunately he's already queued up to use, so that is convenient. I also took care of some requests off-screen, so that we have those good to go. First off, I got the Emperor's Horn and the Shackles of Madness. Turns out these were both Monad items, or items dropped by Monad bosses in Ptolemea, that I just happened to sell off before I had a chance to turn these in. And it's a bit unfortunate, because both of these give us books that give us additional slots for the Major Arcana cards, so kind of robbed myself of some additional cards this go around, but that is okay. I also completed 3 special fusions, so we will turn that in and get a few Megiddo gems. We'll have to do 7 special fusions at some point to complete this request. Note that I can complete this request for a Titania with Magarula at any time, because I do have a Magarula card at my disposal. I just haven't really had the desire or the opportunity to create a Titania. With all that taken care of, let's actually get into the boss fight now. Which door am I going to? Right. Already forgetting where Judecca is located, so to the deepest explored floor we go. You know, I had that moment of panic. There's like, floor 8 is kind of early, but it throws me off so much that we're actually floor jumping, of course, to the boss floor, floor 17, or the floor 16 before it. Alrighty. I'm about as prepared as I'll ever be, so let's get into it. I'm picking up a strong reading directly below. Are you ready? Of course, of course.
Ken, the shadow is the only one that seems aggressive. Look out! Two enemies! Watch out! They're strong!
You know, this isn't really relevant to what we're doing right now, but before I forget, I did actually draw the Sun Major Arcana card, so we can fuse things 5 levels above us, which I'm probably going to want to cash out before we get to the door to our memories at the end of this block, because otherwise I will miss out on a chance to fuse Adavaka, and of course Adavaka is our ticket for getting Auto Matarukaja online, but that's neither here nor there. Speaking of Matarukaja, do I happen to have any Fierce Sutras at my disposal? I do indeed, so may as well have Koromaru start off by getting everyone ready here. If I can get a chance to get a critical hit, I will definitely take that so I can pass back to him to get Power Howling online. Speaking of our odds of critical hits here, both of the enemies here, the Eternal Sand and the Reckoning Dice, are more or less immune to most forms of magic damage. The Eternal Sand has 3,172 HP, the Reckoning Dice is 3,200 168 HP. For resistances, the Eternal Sand nullifies fire, ice, elect, dark, and light, and absorbs wind spells. The Reckoning Dice over here nullifies fire, ice, elect, wind, dark, and repels light skills. So yeah, magic is, aside from Theurgy, is basically off the table here. So we may as well just go for crits and wish for the best. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go for Ma Racunda first, because it doesn't really matter if I have Aegis or Junpei go for it. Let's just get our damage maximized here. Not particularly concerned about ailments, because we can just use items to get those dispelled. Let's go for Deathbound with Junpei here. Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to shift to anyone, because he is poisoned right now, but that will let me eke out some extra damage when another turn comes around. So what we want is the Vitagy bottle. We do need to be mindful of the damage that we're taking from poison here. And of course, I don't want to, let's see. Yeah, I'm not too pressed about that. I don't want to utilize, what is it? Oh man, my brain is already stalling out. Or rather, I'm not able to utilize healing spells, so I do have to keep my options for using items in mind. This is going to do a little bit of damage bounce back to Metis here, but I'm not overly concerned about it. She can take it. Now we can get Power Howling set up and really tear into these guys, so get ready to see some serious damage going, especially with all of the multipliers that we just put in. I'm going to switch over to Bishamonten here, because we can utilize an extremely powerful Justice with Pierce Boost and Pierce Amp and Crit Rate Amp, giving us a pretty good chance of also getting a critical multiplier mixed into this. So let's go for it and see what we get here. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see, we're going to have Junpei go for just Deathbound here, because that's his best critical option, and just immediately getting the crit there. Very nice, very nice. Screw it, you know what? I could go in for a Theurgy with Metis, but why not use an all-out attack to polish off a boss here? When's the last time we've been able to do that? Beautiful stuff, Junpei. Thank you so much for your efforts. That was good, that was good. And we get the Fortune Tarot here. Fortune, of course, gets max HP added to the entire party. 8 max hit points. Very, very important tarot to get, actually, if you're looking to do the bonus boss of this storyline of episode Aegis, because you actually can bring a full party to this bonus boss, and you would like them to have as much HP as possible. It was less necessary to farm these out in the journey, because obviously you could only bring the protagonist to the Elizabeth fight, and you also had the Chariot card to give even more HP, so you weren't as hard up for this one specifically. Just thought I'd go over that while I was thinking of it. Get a whole bunch of level ups for our different personae here. Don't really care about what Cuculin is getting here. I think I already got the Fetching Comb. Nice, we can get Vile Assault for Junpei here. Nice little Pierce option for him. Maragi Dyne for Koromaru, which, again, much appreciated damage boosting option, or extra damage option for him there. That was great, sister. I'll never tire of fighting together. Should we keep going, or would you rather head back for a bit? I think I'm ready to keep going, honestly. Understood. After all, our goal might be right around the corner. Though it's hard to say exactly which corner in a place like this. Sorry, I'm perhaps ill-advised. I'm having a little bit of Coke Zero while I record here. But that doesn't matter as long as I'm with you, sister. Now let's keep exploring. Carbonated beverages. They are bad for when you're trying to keep commentary going. Well, something like it, Junpei. It's actually a fixed chest, but I suppose it is rare if we're coming across these in general exploration. I swear to God, if this premium dog food is not for Koromaru, I don't even know what's real anymore. And we get a profile book. Now, of course, let's take these pieces of equipment over here. Since we have an excess of Twilight Fragments, may as well grab these while we're down here. Carbon Jacket. Let me take a look at what that does. I don't know if I'm going to give that to Junpei specifically, because I don't really need to give that to him. Ooh, that actually is pretty good. But it would probably be better for Akihiko, honestly. Junpei already gets counter skills. Let's open this one up and see what we get out of it. Propulsion Hammer. I don't know what that does for Metis. Apparently, it's worse than what she already has, but I'm at least obligated to take a look at what it does. So let's see. The Propulsion Hammer, Auto Tarukaja, way worse than the Golden Crusher. What the heck? Yeah, we're not even gonna bother with that. Get that out of here. But yeah, why don't we just press on? I mean, what the heck? That fight went easy enough. I don't really have to worry too much about running into any problems. I would like an opportunity. That dark figure, is he waiting for us? Does he have some kind of plan? But I would like an opportunity to grab a few Persona cards and get a chance to hopefully fuse Adavaka. I will definitely want to look for the first one-way teleporter that we come across. I was realizing, you know what, I may as well just go with this Colonel Snake. Have we already fought these? As a matter of fact, we have not, so I'll just quickly go over these. Let's see, 793 HP, weak to strike and ice skills, resist pierce, and nullifies elect. So, actually pretty resilient enemies, but we've got the first strike here, and ample means to hit strike weaknesses, so I'm not too worried about this fight going on particularly long. Get a nice little bit of damage in there. I will say, it is actually kind of tempting to pass it on over to Metis once I get the one more here. Well, actually, I might not have a choice here. Or I'm gonna have to go for ice skills, if I have an ice caster. No, I've got Quetzalcoatl here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Just trying to deny me the pass there. Okay, may as well switch over to Aegis here. Can go for another Bufudine and then take advantage of the life aid that we got on Quetzalcoatl here. Send these guys to the ground. And again, I am hoping to get some Persona cards here. Any opportunity or avenue I can get to fuse Adavaka, I want to absolutely seize. I think I got a couple open slots in my Persona roster. Let's see, take Daisojo here, and let's get some extra experience while we're at it. While I was getting those Monad items, as you probably expect, I did get an Arcana Burst, so we had some pretty valuable cards here. Alright, Suzaku gets a level up as well. By the way, I did level up Cert enough at this point. Okay, I do have a filled out roster here. I level up Cert enough at this point to realize that he does also get Fire Amp naturally, which will be pretty handy. I forgot that he gets that in this game. I'll probably swap out that Aru Tarukaja once we get it. Let me see here. I'm just trying to look at the full map here. It's getting my controls mixed up with Persona 3 Portable this time, which been a while since I made that kind of mistake. I'm just gonna rush the Rare Shadow because we can just get a whole bunch of experience from that if we manage to kill it. And I'm full up on my Persona stock, so I don't really need to beat up on random enemies. Alright, pretty good, pretty good. We passed up on the Monad door, and I mean, I just started this recording, so I may as well go for it. Oh, hey, it's right here. Nice, nice. Let's get into this. Obviously, we've seen all the Monad bosses there are to see, so let me take care of this real quick. Before we get into the cutscene, I may as well stick some thoughts on Persona 3 FPS here. First off, we got a Hakuro Musha over here, which 400 HP to burn through, weak to light and dark. So actually, Daisojo would be quite effective here. We've already seen the Angry Table, so nothing to worry about there. But one thing I do need to keep in mind going forward is that I will want to actually focus on getting access to the Tier 4 magics that we can reasonably get access to before the end of the game. Ragnarok is an obvious one, and Cert especially is one we're going to want to, or a Persona we're going to want to fuse off. I'll definitely want to get Thunder Rain, since that is, as always, a very important skill. And if I can, I will try to farm out the Sisters of Fate, so I can create that triangle spread fusion to get access to Norn. Definitely a more annoying task than it is in the main game, but not a terrible one. Getting Cert leveled up to the point where he learns Ragnarok actually should be a very quick affair once we get access to the next section of the Desert of Doors, because we can expect the EXP scaling to kick in very heavily there. All of the enemies in the final area in the Desert of Doors give absolutely ludicrous amounts of experience, so it should be a very quick process for Cert once we get there. I've also got another new enemy over here while I'm rambling, the Golden Beetle, and where is it in my notes? Is this one that I actually glossed over when I was scanning through a compendium? I seem to have, so we're just gonna have to scan this to figure out what it's weak to. Of course, the Hakuro Musha over there, we are just going to blast him down with Samsara. We've got that at our disposal with Hama boost on Daisojo now, so we should just take advantage of that. And you know what? No, never mind. We're not going to find out what the Golden Beetle is capable of, so let's just move on. Ooh, hey, there's the guy that I eventually want to fuse Cert into, or one of the potential guys I could fuse him into, Hellbiker. Well, I don't really need him right now, but I will take that card, just to have it for fusion options. Alright, pretty solid there, and I got Fire Amp for Cert. Would have been nice to have before this battle started, since we did have a Fire Weak boss. Also, one of the fusions I did off recording was that I got Norn created, just using Atropos, and then since I also made Atropos into my Electcaster, I just immediately pulled her back out of the compendium. Alright, we can grab some additional items here. Yeah, this is the place where we can get some Heresy equipment. There is actually a couple of really nice Heresy armors for Aegis and Metis here, which would be nice to have. In particular, if you're going for the bonus boss, one very advisable piece of one Heresy vest that's very worth your time to look out for. Ooh, auto charge. It's actually not that bad. But I do kind of like Taruka Bellion, so we'll keep that on Koromaru for right now. But the Vest of Heresy with insta-heal for instantly recovering from status ailments when your turn comes around, that's a very, very good ability to have for Aegis, for the bonus boss of this mode. So keep that in mind, and maybe hunt for it if you can. Still dangerous, so please try to come back as soon as you can. Yeah, I don't know how much attention I've really given to this throughout the answer portion or episode Aegis portion of the LP, but the vests and peds and all the various different equipments of, of X, whatever you're getting from whatever monad chambers you're going through, all of them have random abilities, but from a pool of random abilities. There's like 4 to 5 abilities for each one. Oh, the Greedy Shadow is closing in. Do we have Tartarus Search for Fuka yet? Because that would make this so much easier to deal with. We'll just give it an honest chase here. Greedy Shadow stole our loot. We gotta straighten it out. Understood. Okay, yeah, we still don't have Tartarus Search yet. Remember that if you still have to complete that quest to get a Greedy Shadow, Tartarus Search will just auto-complete it for you, provided you're willing to spend the 50 SP for it. We'll finish with a right here, see if we get lucky. Nah, we didn't. I honestly didn't really want to fight the Greedy Shadow, honestly. Like, obviously, it was a free experience and a good amount of items. I'm glad you're all safe. It's too bad it got away. Someone took off with all the treasure on this floor, too. Ah, boy. Seems the Shadow dropped something while running away, and we get a few good things at least. The silver quartz in particular I'm pretty happy to have. I have a full grasp of this floor's layout thanks to us chasing it down. Well, we already had that because we cleared the monad doors, but, details. Let's see. We do have a teleporter here, so I'm going to return to the Desert of Doors real quick just to check out my fusion options, hopefully get Adavaka created. Alright, so I fused off a moat and, oh crap, what else did I fuse? I want to say it was a Kali that I had kicking around in my inventory. Yeah, Moat and Kali, in order to get a Gabriel, and I can take the Gabriel and fuse it around with Norn here, who I'm going to pull right back out of the compendium, but we can fuse it into Norn in order to get Adavaka online. With the Blessing of the Sun Arcana, we are more than capable of fusing this guy. It'll be a little bit before this pays off, but absolutely it is worth our time to do, so we will get this guy online right now. Yeah, I'll take just those buffing skills. Auto Matarukaja is, of course, the end goal. The sooner we get this guy in our stock, the better. One other thing that would be helpful to have is if we could get another Kali from Shuffle Time, we could then pull that card in order to get experience funneled into Adavaka. Definitely would be much faster than just relying on Growth 3. One thing I was also struggling to remember to mention is that when I visited Elizabeth off recording, I did get an upgrade to Aegis's characteristic, so now she has the weakness amp ability, so she's getting the most damage out of that. Elizabeth didn't have anything particularly interesting to say in reaction to us getting that, so I didn't really feel like it was worth demonstrating it. Incidentally, since I just turned in those other monad material requests, the next one for getting a material from a monad boss did fill in for Elizabeth. She's specifically looking for the one that I think it's a Rampage Drive drops, which I didn't encounter in the previous monad door, so that's still something I have to keep an eye out for, but obviously I can find it pretty quickly if I need to. I'm not really in a hurry to get that collected. Let's continue on here. Again, I'm not too interested in just dealing with the small fries along the way. I will take this opportunity to do another monad door, though, once we reach it, because obviously I still need that one item. item in order to complete all of Elizabeth's requests, so may as well get to it as I go. Actually, this is a new enemy here, Green Sigils, and a pretty easy one for us to deal with. 772 HP, weak to slash and elect skills, absorbs wind skills, if you weren't able to guess that. Also, I swapped out Junpei for Ken here, just so I can have healing that isn't dependent on Aegis, because Aegis doesn't really have any way to mitigate the SP she's sending on that, nor does she have any multi-target healing at her disposal at this point. Honestly, if I get a chance to pass this back to Metis once more, I might actually take it. Okay, and I do have that opportunity, so you know what? I probably will take it. So let's just go for Zeodyne off of Atropos here. Get this guy cooked. Then we can pass over to Metis and trigger that extra Theurgy charge for her. We do have plenty of SP restoratives at this point, so I have no problem using those to keep Aegis topped off. One unfortunate thing about not having Junpei is, ooh, nice, and we still get the all-out attack, so we're guaranteed the shuffle time. But yeah, one of the unfortunate things about not having Junpei here is that does lower our damage output by quite a bit. Pretty unfortunate, but I can deal with that. Let's see, get another Daisojo here. Why not? Ooh, Angelic Grace. I don't really do much in the way of dodge tanking strat, so I'm not really gonna go for it. It's appealing, but it's not super necessary. Oh right, I already had Daisojo. Whatever, Samsara is there if I want it. I do not care about Metis' ailment skills at all, so I'm totally gonna pass on Sexy Dance. We do not need it. Akasha Arts will be a pretty good pickup in the future. No, we need Koromaru for the Monad. I really do dislike that when they come up with that, when we've got a Monad door to get through. I can't do it without you, Koromaru. Not at this point. Maybe if we were a bit stronger, I'd be willing to run that damage-dealing deficit, or at the very least, the option deficit, but not right now, not right now. We're still not at that level. Alright, let's see if I can't get that Rampage Drive and get the item that we need to give over to Elizabeth. Well, I did get the Rampage Drive, but not the item that I needed, unfortunately. Something you gotta deal with every now and again. We'll have plenty of other chances, and by that I mean I'll commit to getting it on my own time, so you don't have to worry about it. Look, I'm sure it would be nice on Koromaru, but he's got a powered dog suit, and that's pretty awesome, I gotta be honest. I don't know what this Axe of Heresy has, so I'm not gonna give it to you, Metis. I'll spare you the whining about that again. Yeah, I really do hope they're making that Persona 4 remake. That is my wish. Like, this is the dumbest thing to wish, but like, if you are going to have that thing where the party member chimes in to ask to equip the new piece of equipment, tell me what it does. I swear, every time you take that opportunity, it's always going to be something worse than what you had previously, just because abilities matter so much more than the raw defensive value. When we chase after that mysterious figure, we always find a door, and through those doors we see memories from our past. Given all that, the figure must be what? What, Fuka? I'm not interested in dealing with strong shadows at this point. Ooh, we got a rare form over there. That treasure is so far away, and, well, there might be a gem there. I'm not super pressed to get it, so let's just get this rare form taken care of. So, funnily enough, off the back of that encounter, I've encountered a new enemy here. Devious Ma has 631 HP, nullifies fire skills, and are weak to dark skills. Unfortunately for them, Koromaru is at the lead here, so he is just going to immediately send these guys down with Maega. I'm wondering if that's worth it. These guys aren't resistant to slashing skills, so what I'm actually going to do here, just to guarantee that I take them out, I'm actually going to go over to Siegfried and just take them out with Deathbound. That's more than adequate for my purposes. Okay, maybe not fully adequate, but good enough, good enough. Please guarantee me a shuffle time there, okay. Would have been nice if I could have just had that off the back of the potential all-out attack, but whatever. Do I still have an open spot for Gabriel? Nah, I don't. Kikuri Hime have anything I care about? Actually, I do kind of want to keep that, so I don't need Gabriel. If I was interested in making a better ice caster, maybe, but I'm not in a huge rush to get that going. Hey, Myriad Arrows, very nice. Kumbanda is another avenue for insta-heal, which is pretty good if you want to carry that out. Hamon skills are terrible in this game, so I don't want that one. Ooh, nice. Medea Rahan inbound for Ken, and we'll definitely be glad to have that once it comes around. Another locked chest here. I'm wondering if I want to take that. Honestly, we're not really that under-leveled, so I might honestly just pass up on that. As a matter of fact, I'll definitely pass up on it. I'll definitely pass up on both of the locked chests, because I'd rather not waste my,
No, that can't be it. Definitely not.
I don't even know what Metis is yammering about here.
Are you alright? Do you need a break?
Perhaps. She's been working hard recently. Ah, crap. Ah, and a new enemy here, Mythical Gigas. Ooh, Heat Wave coming out. Okay, lucky dodge. This is why having those auto team buffs is so critical. Let's see, Mythical Gigas here, Repel Strike, nullifies Pierce skills, 870 HP, or nullifies, nullifies Pierce Light and Dark, absorbs fire, and no weaknesses. That's actually pretty unfortunate, but we should still have the mean steal them. So the Repel Strike and Null Pierce slashes should still be good against them. If we're lucky, we were not lucky. I was hoping Koromaru would get a crit there. Let me see here. Since slashing skills are still valid, though, may as well... Ooh, nice! Okay, that keeps it nice and simple for me. If I do happen to get a Kali from the shuffle time here, I'll definitely take it and swap it out with Kikuruhime, because we don't really need her kicking around. No, just Barong there. We'll take the normal money and EXP increase. So that wasn't a complete wash, at least. Alrighty. Get our experience there. Level up for Cert there, which we don't really need any more level up for Cert. Once I have a chance... Ooh, we did get the Muspel Rock, though. Once I have a chance, though, it wouldn't be a terrible idea to fuse them into Saturnus if I can get the fusion set up. I could probably get that done right now if I travel back and just search my fusion options, but, ooh, we do get another Monad door here. This recording's going to take a while. The raw recording is going to be a lot longer than this video ends up being, as is so often the case, but hey, that's how it is sometimes. Got a double billing of recording to do tonight, so I would have liked this if it was a little bit slower. Like I said, though, it's probably better to get these Monad doors taken care of on the way, rather than coming back for them all at once later. So I do need to use some of my SP restoratives here. Let's just use a couple Snuff Souls on Aegis and a couple on Koromaru, and get into it. Remember, those SP restoratives are no good if we don't use them. Fingers crossed we get another Rampage drive here. Once again, did not get the item that I needed, which is pretty obnoxious, actually. Whatever. We still get a whole bunch of rewards. Keep in mind, emeralds for later. Again, that's another, don't ask me if I want to give this dog suit to Koromaru. I like his current one. But again, that's another thing that is very important for the bonus boss. Spear of Heresy. Let's actually take a look at Ken's spear real quick. He's got Spear of Anguish with extra EXP. Could take a chance to get shock on the enemy. Do not really care for that. Let's see, we get Legs of Heresy here. How do my current selection of legs compare to the ones that I've been getting? Well, 100 HP on the Legs of Heresy is pretty good, so I think I will stick with that. I actually enjoy that quite a bit. A Prime Nihil Blade here, and 30 yen. That's pretty good for me. I'm willing to take it. Alright, let's back out of here. Get our map infill here, and let me see, any treasure that I want to stop to collect here? There's a whole bunch over there, but again, it's just so far away, I don't feel like going for it. It's really not worth the effort. Is this close? I might take the effort for it. Oh, we do actually have a few that are close and have no enemies in the path. Ironically, not the valuable treasure chest, well, what the game identifies as a valuable treasure chest. I honestly find the valuable quote-unquote treasure chests often be the least valuable things for you, because the normal chests can have things like money and often things like sutras also. And also, the gem chests are represented as normal chests on the map, and I vastly prefer seeing gem chests, because eventually I can just often trade those gems for the items we'd get from the valuable chests anyway. Looks like we're at the bottom. Well done. Everyone's headed your way. Try taking a look around first. Will do. I think I know what I want to examine here.
Attention all students in the dormitory. The cafeteria will be closing in 30 minutes.
Oh, crap. Whatever.
Oh, there you are. We went to your room to look for you.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think I'm going today. It'll be crowded anyway.
Wait, is that your stuff? Have you not even been to your room since we got back?
Oh, yeah, I guess not.
Really? So you've just been spacing out here for hours? Is something going on?
Oh no, I'm fine. It's nothing important. Just kinda hard to believe it's been, what, 4 years since I got here?
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. It is kind of depressing. Like, why do we have to stay cooped up in a dorm for what should be the best 3 years of our lives? And our first year's almost done. High school will be over before we get to have any fun. Well, try not to let it bother you too much. We'll get through it.
Yeah. It'll all be over soon, huh? Oh, stupid. Of course I wouldn't find out anything about Dad just by going to school. If even the police and the media haven't found anything new. 10 years already. Maybe I'd be better off giving up.
Excuse me, you're Takabe-san, yes? The first year?
Oh, yes.
Oh, good. I'm glad I found you. There's a letter for you. It actually came yesterday. I'm sorry for the late delivery. Honestly, it took me a while to make out who it was addressed to.
What?
It's from an Eiichiro Takeba. Is he a relative?
This is impossible. Commemorating the opening of the Moonlight Bridge. This is from 10 years ago.
But Takeba-san, wait! I need your signature! And you left all your things here! Takeba-san!
You were all alone, trying to combat the Kirijo group's deceptions for so long.
I was just...
It would have been nice if the scene from your past could have included your father. I would have liked to meet him.
It doesn't matter. No point dwelling on the past. I'm tired of dealing with shadows. Let's just hurry and get this over with.
Yukari, remember not to push yourself too hard.
You know how Aigis has the same power as him? That has to mean that she got something from him, even if she doesn't know it. I guess I want some kind of proof that I'm making progress. I made a promise to him.
Yukari.
Now that I've seen my own, I know for sure that we were right about how all the memories we've been seeing have something in common.
So you mean the night after what we just saw?
Amada-kun's memory, Sanada-senpai's, Junpei and Koromaru's. Mitsuru-senpai's was the most obvious.
I don't think I'm following.
What we've been seeing are the moments that gave us our reasons for awakening to our personas.
It fits. The majority of us were there for Fuka's awakening, and Aigis and Metis could always use theirs. That would explain why we haven't been shown their memories. There was no need.
But if that's what it is, then why those memories specifically? Is it saying there's a lesson we need to learn from our reasons or something? Aigis-san, what do you think?
Well, I speculate.
Is that?
By the way...
Oh, right.
Wow! That's incredible!
Yo, little sis! Don't act like this doesn't involve you. Come on, let us know what you think too.
Why? It's not like I can talk about the past with you all. I don't know anything about it.
What's wrong?
Nothing. It's true, that's all. I asked you to not leave me behind, but unlike all of you, I don't know anything about your pasts, so... It's like I'm the only one who doesn't belong.
Oh, you're feeling left out, huh? Ah, you really are just a kid inside. Makes sense now why you got all well-behaved when we said we'd leave you behind before.
I'm not just a kid.
You may not know anything about us, but it's true the other way, too. You must have memories that we know nothing about, like the memory of when you discovered your emotions.
Isn't it about time you let us in on some of those memories?
But I don't...
Oh, it closed.
Sheesh.
Metis, you may be misunderstanding. It's not as though our pasts have been purely enjoyable. In fact, there are likely more painful memories than pleasant ones.
That's clearly not true. All the things you talk and laugh about are from your past.
She certainly doesn't mince words. And this time, that trait forced a realization. It occurred to me for the first time that the reason time stopped may have something to do with us.
By the way,
We're coming up on our last shot. This is it, guys. We're finally gonna get to the bottom of all this. Supposedly it has to do with us and our personas. You don't think the only way out of this is for us to die, do you? Fuka, morbid. Thinking like that gets you nowhere. We only got this far because we believed there'd be another way. You're right. Sorry, I'm going back to my bad habits again. We won't have to endure this for much longer. Everyone brace yourselves. We're going in. Indeed, indeed. Alright, let's just do a quick sweep around. Okay, I was gonna say, this dog food wasn't for Koromaru. I was going to be very upset. I would be a mildly perturbed camper. Okay, and we've got an item for Metis. Though obviously, I think this video's gone on long enough. Well, actually, I have no idea how long this is going to end up being because I have to cut out like 20 minutes of monad crap. But that's neither here nor there. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next one where we are entering the final leg of the Abyss of Time. The final block has opened up for us, Empyrean. We are so close to the end of this game, I can taste it. See ya all then. Bye-bye.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, no. But it's my right to waste your time.